All right, so welcome back to Dallas, Texas here for the ESEA Season 10 LAN Finals. We're in the Counter-Strike Source Finals, where they'll be facing off for $10,000 first place and this trophy right here. I'm not going to touch it because it's that crystal on my
Yeah.
fingers. Yeah.
well, $10,000 cash
And a
prize.
Corey fingerprint.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna add one. There we go. That's part of the evidence. But yeah, this is ESCA. What's so special about this tournament actually is you get your prizes in cash on the spot, not a check. It's not going to come a couple
Yeah.
months later. You get it on the spot, so that's awesome.
Yes.
So then,
Yeah, so and also we're in the finals with Team Dynamic and Blight Zomblerz. Dynamic, they extended the game into an overtime, and then they ended up taking it being on the CT side on the first half of the OT, and just completely dominated it as that actually helped them for the second side, the second half of the OT, where they only needed to win one round, and just a really solid effort across the board there.
yeah, Blight. I had no answer for Dynamic CT side. They just dominated them, which usually is normally the hardest side. But again, I spoke with Volcano. He said actually the CT side was stronger for the Team Dynamic side. So I'm gonna kind of expect that as well here on Nuke. Nuke's gonna be the second map. If Team Dynamic wins this round, they will take the championship. And Blight here now, they're in a really bad spot. They need to win 2 best-of-3s, but first things first, they need to win one map at a time, one half at a time. I believe since Team Dynamic was the #1 seed, they had the side choice on the first map, and now Blight will have the side choice. So Team Dynamic will, I believe, start T side, which is going to help Blight's favor.
Yeah, and, we're going to be going on to, like you said, a map like on Nuke. But also, I want to make sure you know, for those of you that want the opportunity to play Counter-Strike Global Offensive in the closed beta, only the Cool Kids Club can actually play right now.
Right.
But you can have your chance and join with by submitting, not only just liking the page there for BenQ USA, but also writing why you like the BenQ monitor. And there's a lot to say about what you could like about the BenQ, and there will be giving away 2 Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta keys.
Yep. So yeah, just search up BenQ USA on Facebook, like their page. There's a massive list of features you can have on that monitor. So just post your favorite one. We'll get you hooked up with that Counter-Strike Global Offensive key. And
two people will be chosen from the list, and get your chance to play Counter-Strike Global Offensive Beta. And I know a lot of people that have gotten CS:GO beta keys have actually messaged me and said they're saying, "I love it. I'm happy. I'm stoked that you gave us a key." And I really think it's awesome right now the time frame that they're getting the Go beta key, because in the early stages, CS:GO, of course, was more of about testing out hardware and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now they're really getting into the details of what we recognize off the start. And Valve is a development company that based around numbers. They know they've got the stats there in front of them, and so they're going to take some time and really work on that game.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes from it. But what I was getting at is they've had some recent patches that have actually made the game extremely viable. I've always said it's got potential, and in the beginning I was kind of disheartened a little bit because I was kind of worried that they weren't going in the direction that we wanted them to. But I'm actually kind of excited. I'm pretty stoked. I mean, I've been playing this game for 12 going on 13 years now. I've been playing since Beta 5, and I'm ready to see something special.
Yeah, the Valve development team doing an excellent job. Listening to the professionals and just the general players and getting their feedback and fine-tuning everything. And that's I don't really know too much about coding or programming, but I'm sure it's really difficult to fine-tune those little things, the little things that make, like the movement and then the recoil, just slightly changing the feel here and there.
Right.
But those are the little things that make a difference when it comes to competitive gameplay.
Yeah, we've heard some really great comments from the CSGO_dev there on Twitter that sit there and mentioned that we understand about the feel. Like, we understand that the recoil is off. We saw an image there on Counterstrike.net of a picture of a CT standing right in front of a wall, and you could see the spray bullets all around. And he goes, "We understand. We know what you're talking about." And they've got a really good idea of. They want to make sure that the recoil's right and feels right. I think they've done a really successful job there with the M4. But again, we'll quit the banter for about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. We'll go and hop into the second map here on DE Nuke. Currently, right now, Team Dynamic leads this best-of-3 series here 1-0, taking that first matchup there on Dust 2, 19-15 in overtime. And so Blight, they're up against the ropes. They need to win these next 2 to push it into another best-of-3.
Yeah, and we saw from yesterday's lower bracket finals, Blight versus the defending champions 3D Max. Blight was actually down. They lost the first map, and they came back and won the next 2 to make it here in the grand final. So Team Blight, they they're not going to be a shove over here, especially on the much harder T side here for Team Dynamic. So they need to get off to a good start and keep on with the momentum.
As right now, again, Team Dynamic's going to be on the terrorist side, and we've got Blight. Ryan, nice little exchange there, picking up one, taking down Pex. As we're back over here with Classified. Classified's in a little battle over here. I think his teammates are actually rotating back around there. Classified's actually slowed them down. Bomb has actually made its way down towards the lower bomb site. It's over here in the back hallway. As now... Anger's just main objective right now is to get that bomb down. Of course, it's going to be extremely difficult to do because now the only path he has to break a window or open a door. He has the vents that he can go past. He's got a lot of time to work with here, so he's got some time to think and figure out what he wants to do here. He's got some teammates to work with. Again, Blight's playing extremely smart. Just kind of setting up shop. They know that he can still go through the vents. And right there, Anger pushes out onto Devour. Doesn't have a lot of time to work with now. And he's going to get spotted and taken down there by Ryan. It's difficult because once you get that first kill, they know where you're at. And you sometimes, I think this is where they probably should have been a little bit differently, is this is just hindsight's 2020, kind of really kind of just evaluating the round. In a 4v1, you want to try to get that kill early as possible. And so the next 3 members are going to start to chase and figure out. They know where you're at, so they're going to come to you. And so you try to take them out. Once you take another member out, then you can work on a 2v1 without. Now they're going to fall back and play a little bit more passive. And that's just kind of my intake on what I think you should do in a 4v1. There's, of course, several different formats, different ways to win rounds like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If it takes you too long to take out one of the 4 members, it doesn't give you enough time to work out through the round, so you just really get rushed, and you're forced to plant the bomb, and that's when the Devour there. Yeah, this is definitely something to watch for here. He's going to be the one that is going to watch outside, so he's usually by himself. So once Devour gets an op here, it's going to be really tough for TD to work that outside area.
Especially picking up 3 kills with that FAMAS, that's going to help him out. That's going to give him 900 additional, plus the 3250. And in the previous other rounds, I mean, I'm pretty sure if we look at the money right now, he may even, unless he bought that FAMAS, so he won't have enough to buy. I think he might have just enough to buy an op right now, just because of the previous round. But it's not smart to buy it now. Just utilize what you have for another round. So you can't just think about, I have the money currently. Nice little job getting the bomb inside the site. Volcano going straight. It's exactly what you want to happen here on the terrorist side right now.
That'll be it. That's a good job getting the bomb down. It was a full save. Well, they had a couple of deagles, but getting the bomb down is the #1 priority. So now Team Dynamic, they will have full inventory. They will run their go-to gun round strat right now, their bread and butter, whatever was most successful throughout all their practice sessions. Maybe you have a counter strategy ready. You've seen some demos and you've seen some tendencies from Team Blight. So you create a new strategy that you think would work against what you think the other team would be doing right now.
There's your op that you're talking about there by Devour. Watching towards the outside.
If we could switch to the terrace view, Team Dynamic here, they're just kind of setting up shop here, holding the middle. They do have some action outside.
Let's go back to Devour real fast. I want to see it from his perspective here. See if he can see anybody kind of pushing up there. Countering, they're going to start to be able to push up here. Devour needs to make some shots really count now. They're going to go and start to fall back now. Nice little, they kind of just causing a little distraction there towards the outside, but that's a long run to make there towards the ramp. Ryan's going to go ahead and fall back. The thing about Nuke is the transfers are so quick.
Yeah, especially through the vent system. In 1.6, you have to crouch through those, but in Source, you can run fully through the whole area.
Yeah, as right now they're moving there towards that lower bomb site, towards, and Classified, still having that FAMAS. He's going to get taken down here. And Heat Wave is going to get dropped there by Anger, who is still on the upper bomb site lurking. But Sauce picking up one. You can see how Anger's maneuvering through those vents. Now it's going to be left up to Anger down to a 1v2. Devour still holding on to this AWP. Headshot there as he's going to go ahead and start to push up there.
Yeah, this is a really bad situation for Devour. He's going to just go ahead and try to hunt him down. Oh, and then Anger doing a good job repositioning himself. That nade might actually, oh, okay, just ricocheted away.
Oh
and
my
Devour
goodness.
with the ninja diffuse.
Wow. The smoke is so hard to see.
Yeah.
So hard to see through, almost impossible to see through. He smoked it up. And this is a tactic I've seen before. But Anger didn't even touch him.
Yeah, not even once. He just went with the wiggle spray and just, you know, spray and prayed. And just wasn't there. I think in that situation, what I would have done is jumped over the ledge and then maybe did a wiggle spray or actually run into the smoke and give myself a little bit more.
At least get the plane right.
Right, yeah, get the flat horizontal plane instead of trying to match up vertical and horizontal.
Maybe he just felt that he didn't have enough time to get in there, knowing that they probably had a kit. I mean, there's a lot of that to be assumed in that situation. He played it right. He angled himself around, going through the vents and kind of playing it pretty well. But just not connecting that shot. You got to give it up to Devour getting that smoke. But all things being said, Devour got taken out early in the round, and that's going to help them on that outside. So we might see something happen up there towards the upper part of the bomb, so you can see Heat Wave. But they're actually still heading over there towards that ramp room.
Team dynamic, both gun rounds here, they've taken ramp room, and it seems like they're trying to favor this lower bomb site.
Right now, Anger with another headshot there with the AK. Heat Wave, the last member alive here. They haven't got the bomb down. 8 seconds left here in the round. Finally, the bomb goes down. You can see there you got Heat Wave pushing there through the vents. And he's going to get taken down there by Anger. 4-1 now is going to be the score. And we just kind of talked about how Devour is kind of he's a big aspect of this team. And getting taken out early in the round, that kind of made a big impact there.
Yeah, that's a huge loss. See, Devour, he's, you know, I've said this before. He's like a double-edged sword, where one side, you know, he can cut through the other team. He can get, you know, 3-4 kills sometimes. But on the other side, being so aggressive, he can be the one that gets picked off. And that when that happens, you lose control of part of the map, and it makes it much more difficult when you got to focus on more angles. Besides just what you're watching by yourself.
This is an interesting aspect right now. Go ahead and give us a money system real fast. I want to take a look here. As they're sitting at 1750, 1900. They've been, even though they've won 4 consecutive rounds in a row, they've been buying basically something new every single round. So that's why they're limited to what they are. I mean, that they won the previous round, and also you got to give it up to Team Dynamic in eliminating the counter-terrorists, majority of the counter-terrorists each and every round too. So they had to buy.
Yeah, so even if you're losing the round, try to eliminate as many players as possible to wear down their economy.
Right. So it's not frivolous buying where they're just buying just because they want to upgrade. It's because they've been eliminated or taken out at some point as well. So That just goes to show you Team Dynamic is really, even though their rounds aren't showing it currently, they have been making a big impact on Blight right now. As they're going to be working there towards the upper bomb site, coming around from the outside. Deagle there by Sauce. And devouring Heatwave. Heatwave actually utilizing the USP. And right now, Adren's all by himself. And Blight classified, picking up the kill. And now the score's 5-1. I don't even know why I bring it up. Eco rounds, save rounds, it's still a gun round for them.
We're just going to call them Deagle rounds now. Yeah, I mean.
There's no way to call it. It's not an eco round anymore.
Yeah, absolutely not. And what happened there, I believe, is Team Dynamic, they expected Blight to buy since they had won 4 rounds in a row. So they treated it like a gun round.
You're right.
And then Blight just stacked that upper bomb site. And Team Dynamic, they didn't have that elevation control. So Team Blight looking straight down on Team Dynamic as they're entering that upper bomb site.
It's just an interesting thing to take all that in and understand, like, it's hard to evaluate what their money is whenever you lose 4 consecutive rounds. Right there, Ryan over there towards Ramp Room. He's joined by Classified as he switches over. Great teamwork shutting down the Ramp Room. Of course, that was a save round for the most part. I don't think there's only one Deagle bot, so there's not two. It's not a Deagle save. But now the score is 6-1. But with all things being said, it kind of goes back. Whenever you win a round, you need to make sure you win the next one after that, just to help your economy later on.
Yeah. Just, saving up a little bit, building yourself a little cushion, so even if you lose, you can win. Or, I'm sorry, buy.
Yeah, right. Which will help you in the ladder to win.
Yep. And it's going to be another battle here. AZK and Devour outside. Devour, okay. He's going to be playing a little bit passive, watching upper instead of outside. It could be open.
Sauce going to be able to pick you up, too. He's going to get shut down there by Pex. As now it's going to be left up to Adren and AZK going against Devour and Classified. And looking at it right now, Adren down to 13 HP. Bomb has not been planted. It's dropped out there in the open. Finally being able to be picked up there by AZK. I think he's trying to draw him in there. Devour checking up towards the upper bomb site. Naded down to 45. Misses with the off shot. Bomb's going to get planted there by, and Classified pushes up. He's going to pick up one there with the AK. He's going to have to get countered from both sides. AZK is pretty much limited there. As you can see, they're going to go in for the defuse. You're going to hold on to that AK. I guess Sauce doesn't want any WP. But 7-1 now is the score here in favor of Blight.
Yep, a good bounce back here by Blight after losing that overtime in Dust 2 in the first map. If you're just tuning in, this is the Counter-Strike Source Grand Finals. Team Dynamic, they're in the upper bracket finals, so if they win this match, they will claim the championship. And Team Blight here, they need to win this one in order to extend the series. So Team Blight off to a strong start, 7-1. Team Dynamic here, they need to find an answer.
And right now, right off the start, you got Anger getting taken down there by Ryan. Ryan typically watches over there towards the Ramp Room. Joined over there by Classified. Classified got dropped down to 20 HP. So he's going to play a little bit more of a pop and go role. He's waiting for Ryan to make a shot here. It's all based off assumption. We don't know for a fact. And there's Ryan, I think. Yeah, they've actually got a good little setup there. Ryan's down there with him. It looks like they're about to see a push out here coming up there. Nice little counter coming in. As they're going to go and push back around. Headshot in there by Adren. Devour rotates from ladder, and he picks up one. Ryan just got eliminated, but it's going to be left up to Pex, who's got the bomb. And looking at it right now, Team Dynamic is just getting slaughtered right now.
Yep, quick rotation there from Blight. They had 3 members to hold off that attack to ramp. Team Dynamic, they haven't even tried an execution upper, and they haven't tried any fast strats. So those are the 2 strats I would like to see them try, because just taking this ramp slow right now, it's not working out.
And there goes Pax there after that nade. And so go ahead and get the defuse here. So now score is going to be, I believe, 8-1 now.
Yeah, if we could just check the scoreboard really quick, I'd like to see the frag and death totals. And we see Ryan and Devour well over 100 ADR there for Ryan, so he's on fire. And obviously Devour, anytime you get an op in his hands, he's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, typically on the counter-terror side, you have someone that's usually a 120 plus, and especially with the way that team dynamic is, it kind of proves your point that they've been hitting ramp room a lot, because that's where Ryan's at, and he's caused a lot of damage. Ramp room, typically you have to trade kills in the ramp room. You're going to get a kill as a CT. If you don't, then you're not doing your job at all. But you're typically going to get at least one kill. As right now we're taking a look here in the upper bomb site here with Sauce. Classified picking up 2. That's actually over there towards the ramp room again. The bomb gets planted. It got planted down towards lower. Here comes the smokes. And Dren going to get taken down there by Devour. But they get the bomb down in that lower bomb site again.
Yeah, they're getting the bomb down. Problem is that they don't have the number advantage. Again, we could go back to that one round where early on in the match, Devour had that straight defuse, and Ninja defused for that smoke. You know, this half would be a completely different story if Dynamic would have won that round, because they could have probably forced Blight on the save there and start a streak of their own. But no, Devour had a clutch round there, and Blight running away with this half.
Yeah, they want to continue with this, and this is exactly what we were talking about before. They want to win these matches decisively. Not only just to kind of prove a point, but also for stamina purposes.
Yeah. So there's only so much gas in the tank.
All right, you can see Devour utilizing his KZ abilities.
What does KZ stand for? I know it's those maps where you have those jumping, you know, beanstalks, and you get certain.
I think KZ is actually the creator who first started creating the first maps for it.
Okay.
Useless information.
No, absolutely not. No, that is not useless. You're gonna learn how to bunny hop and maneuver. Good movement. KZ maps are definitely good fun, but they can also be very stressful at the same time.
I showed you yesterday what I can do.
Oh yeah, we're after the broadcast was done, Corey Dunn hopped into ESEA Pug, and I was like, you know, what are you doing? So. It was on DE Nuke. He went in there. He jumped on the roof, right, and he executed a perfect backwards rock jump on the first try, and I was just very impressed there. So.
And then I had a pug leave.
Yeah, and he just left immediately. That's all he wanted to accomplish. So.
I think I've got 20 pug leaves since I've been here. But right there, you got Devour who comes in there with a nice off shot. Oh, picks up the second one there into AZK. Make that 3. As he's going for that op hat trick.
He's hungry. He's in a frenzy now.
And he's got money too, so I'm not against this at all.
Yeah, and he just gets the bomb down. So
yeah, if you take a look at his money right now, I'm actually going to give you. We'll take a look here at the first part of the round. 32. Yeah, he should be at 16K. That's what I thought. Yeah, I think he was already at 16K without those kills in the round.
Yeah, so Blight here, no issues with their money. Even if they lost out now, they could still buy out every round.
Classified is at 16K too. But of course, we're 13 rounds into the game. Or we're in the 13th round, 11-1 right now. Just seeing 16K, you don't even have to look at your KD or look at the rounds. Just looking at the money, the fact that you've gotten to 16K is really just proves a point, and it just your confidence is going, well, I can buy whatever I want. The economy system just becomes nothing to them.
Could kind of help psychologically too, because you know you can just buy whatever you want, and you know you'll be fully equipped every round.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that can really hurt you is buying an op deagle and dying every round for the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, full kit, full grenades and everything.
Yeah.
Probably be something around like 9 grand. Night vision.
Night vision.
Just getting fully decked out.
Buying a shield and dropping it.
Yeah, just in case. Just gun running it there.
As right now we go again, we're just goofing around, but Devour gets taken out. And there goes Ryan. Ryan's going to get dropped as well. As they're going to go push in. Nice little flank wrapping around there. Ryan, who's been watching over there towards the ramp room. I think Classified dropped a little early. He's thinking that they would push up on him. That was a nice little rotation there by Team Dynamic. And now Classified coming up the right spot. He's going to get taken down there. So finally, it's been a while since we've seen Team Dynamic pick up a round, but now the score's going to be 11-2. It was a smart play. They took out Ryan, Classified bailed, and they knew that he was playing over there too, and he ended up going down towards the ramp room, down towards lower, and Team Dynamic rotated and caught his teammates on their backside.
Yeah, Volcano making a play there. He knew they need to do something, and he took a chance going up to a really risky tower area. And again, AZK testing Devour out here, so he's feeling he's taking a risk here, but he feels like he can do it.
It's interesting because it's kind of like what they did in the previous round was a 3-2 split, where they had 2 guys coming on the outer side and 3 guys going towards the ramp room, but to go ladder. So they were still hitting that upper bomb side. They just eliminated all of the CTs for the most part to do it. And Devour getting taken down by AZK, and then I can see they're not utilizing that squeaky door or hut at all now. But this to go around, Ryan and Classified have shut down ramp, and that kind of proves the point what happened the round before. Ryan got taken out, and they were able to find an opening there.
Yeah, Team Blight there, nice bounce back. Team Dynamic, they just haven't been able to string any rounds together. They're still not out of it though. I believe if they win this round, since they're such a strong defensive type team, I think they still have a decent chance, somewhat of a chance. So just for hope's sake and just a little bit of morale, they need to win this round.
Well, they need to win this round just in case they lose pistol. And then they have to go with that Deagle Eco. And we saw what they did in the second round on Dust 2. Where they countered really quickly with that Deagle. Here comes just a savage round where Blight is just dominating. Sauce already got 1, and the Dren goes down, so Heatwave adds a scratch to his kill board so far. Now it's we've got 13-2 is going to be the score there in favor of Zomblerz, and although you're right, I agree with you entirely about Team Dynamic being a very defensive type team who've got great chemistry. They rotate well. They don't overextend. 13-2 is difficult, not only just because it's not including just the gun rounds anymore. It's including the pistol round off the start.
Yeah, if Blight takes pistol, it's over. If Dynamic, they need to play really good Counter-Strike. That's all it comes down to. They can't really make any mistakes here. Blight here, they're just right now, they know that they're up. If they win pistol, they're going to win the match. So this is a lot of pressure here. This looks like we're going live here.
No.
Oh, it's not live yet?
Yeah, so it looks live to me. I'm going to go ahead and call it as it is live. And so they're going to go ahead and hop into the action now, 13-2.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're going to already be pushing up there towards the upper side. Look at this Heatwave getting boosted up on top of rafters.
Nice.
And he's going to go ahead and push up there. He's completely blind, though. Adren taking him down as the bomb hasn't been planted yet. Devour's still sitting at 2 HP. And so Classified's going to get taken down. Basically, wow, look at all of Team Dynamic. They're hurt. And but AZK comes in, picks up the next 2. 13-3. That's a big round there for Team Dynamic. They needed that round.
Yeah, they absolutely needed it. So it's a start here. Also, it's good news because Blight didn't get the bomb down. They actually had the opportunity to plant, but they dropped the bomb so they could do that boost up into the rafter and try to have position of that tower area.
I'm just thinking about, well, knowing that you have a bunch of rounds, you've got padding. Maybe that's where they sit there and thought, let's go ahead and try to execute here. Ryan catches AZK on the flank and spamming there with by Volcano with the MP5. They've picked up a few kills across the board. And another round coming in there for Team Dynamic.
Yeah, if we could switch to the terror side real quick, we'll see what kind of inventory they're going to purchase. They didn't get the bomb down first or second round, so since they have so many rounds to work with, they're just going to fully save and then invest into a proper gun round.
Yeah, it looks like we'll see what type of setup they have here. Just 2 Deagles. Of course, Ryan was effective the previous round with the Deagle. This is kind of that typical style of play that we see with Nuke. They're going to just try to hit that upper bomb site. We rarely saw an upper push there by Team Dynamic, and it was actually a very creative way of getting in towards that upper bomb site.
Yeah, Team Dynamic there, they didn't look very solid there on T side. Kind of just focusing on ramping outside. Really didn't hit that upper, which can be really good for you if you throw flashes on top of the T roof into the window ceiling there.
Right. That was a nice shot by Devour. Okay, he's going to get taken down there by AZK. 13-5. Blight only needs 3 rounds, and this will be their first gun round to figure out where they're going to lie here.
So let's switch to Devour screen here. I want to see if he probably got an op. No, he's not going to get an op. I'd love to have seen him get an op and go outside and take map control there. So to me, it seems like they're going to maybe try some kind of an execution upper since Devour has an AK.
I was expecting some type of strategy involved here that he has to require an AK for. He's got the money. It's 27 or 22. He may not have had the money to buy it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've actually seen him just buy AWP before with nothing at all. You know, not even AK armor. He'd rather just go AK op, no armor. So, but sometimes the strategy is you needed a rifle because this is such a close range map. Anything towards ramp or upper, you definitely need to have an AK.
Exactly, and we'll see. Maybe he might pull that out later in the game. He's a really good defensive opera though, because he plays aggressive. That has that aggressive style to him.
Yeah, so sometimes you're not ready for it. You're expecting them to be defensive, but if you're defensive aggressive, they'll peek into you.
I think it's going to be a fake here though.
So Heatwave here, he's lining up the flash. He's waiting for the time call. It's probably 25 maybe, so the flash will blow up at 25, and then they start running in.
As they're going to realize nothing's happening in there. That's what I was talking about. They're probably going to be just using that as a distraction.
Yeah, Peck's in a good position here to make a play.
Peck's going to take down one. He picks, that's AZK that helps him out.
Barely gets the bomb down with 3 seconds left. But just when you have no time on the clock like that, the CTs know exactly where you're going to be. So as soon as you plant the bomb, you really don't have any time to reposition yourself.
Ron, I think we're going to end up in something close to an overtime.
I think so.
This is going to end up it's going to go the distance here.
I think so too. I think TD here, that this is you know, they're just such a strong, their communication is so good, their rotation, their screen looking ability, so that all just adds up to helping them on the CT side. Yeah, and Blight here, I feel like there's more pressure on them. Each round they consecutively lose, the more and more pressure is on their back.
You have to really always look at the psychological aspect of things. Especially with a map like Nuke, you have to check so many spots when you hit the area. When once you go into ramp room, you have to check 3 different spots immediately.
And they're all spread apart,
exactly.
So you've got a wide range of area you've got to aim towards.
And the upper bomb site, whenever you hit that, you have to check.
It's almost a 360.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the outside, you can kind of maneuver yourself around, but there's different elevations and points that you can worry about, and it's more that you have to worry about them peeking out on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people understand how difficult it is to be on the terrorist side on Nuke, especially for Counter-Strike Source, comparatively to 1.6. Nuke can be a very T-sided map, but we'll talk about that when we get to the finals there with whoever wins between Check 6 and UMX. They'll be facing off against Back-to-Back Gaming. That currently is going on the ESEA_Blue stream there with Jimmy Wizenhunt. And but we're here in the finals here with Blight going up against Team Dynamic. And they've made their way into the ramp room. They've got a bunch of players here in ramp. That means Pex has probably fell back down towards the lower. They need to take this time to really start to work their on that ladder room and maybe get a flank going on here, because they've got one member watching that ladder room right now.
So Anger there just barely seeing someone's feet, so he's gonna kind of expect something maybe towards under ladder, maybe something upper here. AZK, I believe he just took out that member, so.
Uh-oh.
Heat wave lurking up.
You got a little freeze here on our screen.
You can just barely see that barrel, so you should be able to pick up this kill no problem.
And he did. We didn't have the opportunity to see that. It's actually we've already we jumped ahead. So currently we're at a 2v1 and Adren getting that last kill. So now the score is going to be 13-8.
So Team Blight here, they did save last round. They will have weapons this round. I'm interested to see what kind of strategy are they going to do. Do something fast, some kind of execution towards up or ramp? Or are they going to work outside? Or what's the deal here? Because I feel like there's, even though they're winning, I feel like there's even more pressure on Blight than Team Dynamic.
I agree with that entirely. I think that they're in a tough situation where you can see Devour just checking to see if anybody's in that main garage over to what I call pipe room. And AZK peeks out, taking down one. 2 members are already out here for Blight. It looks like they're pushing. They're very cautious right now. Their style of play has changed dramatically than what we saw there on Dust 2. Yeah, so of course you can, for those of you that are accustomed to using Source TV, we're just kind of experiencing just a little bit of a lag. The game is currently still going on right now. I don't believe we have.
Yeah, I'm trying to look over there and seeing what hands are moving, who's dead, who's alive. I think we have a pause actually here. Slight technical difficulties, but we're going to get that situated.
Yeah. All right, so what confirmation we have right now, the game is paused. And so, and we are on a delay, and pause actually affects us immediately. So we'll figure out, well, we're back in the game here.
Yeah, here we go. We're going live again. If you can get some footage of the game, please.
Oh, welcome back. Now. Yeah, so Ryan picks up 1, and we'll discuss what happened there after this round. But again, the score is 13-9. Headshot there from the AK.
So the bomb is down. Ryan with another shot. If he can get that kill somehow. Oh no, but Anger is going to back up Volcano. And Team Dynamic going up another one, taking 5 rounds in a row here. Just amounting more and more pressure here. And Blight, obviously this is their tournament life at stake. If they lose this half, they will be out of the tournament and we will have a champion. So Team Dynamic here, again, just each and every round that they're winning, more and more pressure is going to be on the strategist and the team of Blight, and that's definitely going to affect their game way in one way or another.
And we do have a winner there for the BenQ USA Facebook page giveaway for Eric Gill as well as Sam Lansing. They both will be receiving Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta keys. So,
congratulations. Another game to headshot people.
See you on the servers.
Yep. Another
the server.
More victims for us.
Oh, that just means I can't take over more bots. I just rush in and die and take over a bot. But let's go ahead and hop back into the real action. This has been a close game. Even though the score doesn't show it, and I had mentioned to you, and you agreed that this is going to go the distance. And there goes Devour. Score now 13-11, I believe.
Yeah, TD here. Oh, looks like we might have a crash there. Oh, yeah. No, he's back.
Yep.
He's at the teleport somewhere real quick.
That's where we had the pause. He just wanted a better spawn, though.
Well, sometimes the shady business you can do is if you have $0, you had bought everything, and then you retry and you get $800. But I don't think that was the case there.
Well, no. So Team Dynamic right now. He just hit the reset button is what you're getting at. Get the $800.
Maybe he just wanted to change skins. You know,
Dude,
it wasn't working out.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves. And I will talk about that in the downtime. Maybe part of another rant. But right now, Adrin, a nice Deagle headshot. And AZK, let's look at the scoreboard for shock and awe value right now. Yeah. 9 consecutive rounds right there here in the second half by Team Dynamic. And what
Impressive.
was a 13-2 game
Yeah.
is now 13-11. And I bet you the money is pretty solid too for them as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got to just keep playing discipline, though, even though they're up like this. You can't make any mistakes. Nice.
Goodness.
So, yeah, so now they're up here in numbers now. So they can, you know, they got to stay disciplined. They got to still play passive and play together. Last thing they want to do now is die 1 by 1.
I'm extremely impressed about how Adrin immediately went from he was watching ramp room and he didn't just set up shop there. And he just rotated back around, let his teammate who had an assault rifle. And it changes the playing style. And what a player for the terrorist pushing up, the opposing player pushing up, he's assuming that the opper's still there. But now he's going to run into an assault rifle, and that's 2 completely different situations.
Yep.
I love that whole mental game. They just exchanged out. Adrin got those 2 kills. He could have stayed there and continued to pick up more kills, but he backpedaled all the way up. He exchanged with his teammate. I'm a huge fan of what just happened there.
Yeah, Adren, he didn't like that fight there, so he just let his teammate take that close range angle. And then Adren rotated back to vent where he can fight long range. So if you switch to the terror side, I want to see, it looks like they're going to set up, this Ryan's just here waiting for a flash to blow up upper maybe. Or no, they're just holding right now. They're just, oh, there we go, an execution upper.
And this may be what they needed. They needed to get something started now. They've gotten 3 down now. This is probably the best that they've seen in the early stages of the round.
Oh, big kill there, bomb down.
Uh-oh, it's going to come down to a 1-on-2. It's going to be left up to Adrin. And finally, Blight picks up their first round here against Team Dynamic. It just happened way deep into the game.
Yeah. So, you know, that's actually really good for Blight. Finally, they broke the ice, and if they win one more, they will secure the tie. So, TD, they need to win out. They need 4 more rounds out of the last 4 to win the match. So, TD here, they just lost to a strat and upper, so maybe they might compensate here in something upper. So maybe a fake upper here and hitting ramp would be a good choice here for Blight.
Right now you can see Devour heading over here towards the ramp room with his teammates. He's already down to 94 HP. Ryan down to 69, so there's a nade that fell into place somewhere. You see how they're just spamming through the spam spots that they're allowed to, or what's given to them in source.
Here comes a roof flashes Volcano. He's going to jump in the hut, take the action straight to them.
Nice shot. Uh-oh, but Heatwave and Classified still alive.
Yeah, the bomb is down somewhere, so Blight, they need to work towards that bomb. The clock is ticking.
And Classified taking down another, trying to even things back up. It's down to a 2-on-2 now. Nice little counter flash. Both of them are coming up there at the same time, but they just need to wait for them to decide to make a move. You can see what's happening is Heatwave is going towards the backside of these vents and to go up ladder. Now you see that they're going to have to start to fall back now. And they're doing
looks like a
nice.
double fake.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective. Volcano getting taken down. And just a little game where they just kind of wrapped around. Smart play. And there's actually one that is just around the corner here. Nice shot by AZK. It's going to be down to a 1-on-1. And he's on the other side of the double door. He connects with that grenade, 25 HP now. as you can see, Heatwave has just become accustomed with these vents. He's going to be pushing out here. Nice, going to go for the fake defuse. And Heatwave he took the chance there.
Oh,
he
my
took the
goodness.
gamble, and he's going to peek out and headshot him. Wow, that was a huge gamble.
What a gamble. 2 gambles in a row, actually.
Yeah.
Because either one of those, if there would have been straight diffuses, obviously you would have lost. So Heatwave there with some good intuition.
Man, that was a gamble.
Absolutely.
Especially this late, and whenever you have the lead currently, but you have had very few opportunities to pick up rounds. And we'll have to look here because this is going to be game point coming in here for Blight. This could push us into a 3rd map. And Anger takes down 1. Volcano picking up 1. And now it's going to be down to a 3-on-3. They push that upper bomb site. This is the turn of the tides have happened here because this is not what we've been seeing so far. The difference here we can kind of break down in post game because this round is looking to favor Blight right now.
And Sauce there, he had actually 3 kills with 9 HP, so he's coming in huge here. This is a match point for Blight.
And there goes AZK. He's going to get taken out, and Adren is now the last one standing here for Team Dynamic. It's been a long road here on this CT side. They had a great Oh, what a shot. Almost no scopes again. Or I guess it was probably more or less of a quick scope. He's going to get taken out there, and that's going to do it. Blight taking map number 2 there against Team Dynamic. It seemed as if Team Dynamic would actually come all the way back from a 13-2 deficit. And really what happened is their offensive game, they changed their strategies. What happened, what I had noticed, is that Blight was taking their time to execute any of their strategies. And then we saw Heatwave start to play extremely aggressive, just going right at the counter-terrorist and picking up those last few rounds.
Yeah, Sauce there just straight up carrying them to a victory on that last round with 4 kills. Team Dynamic, if they would have won 11-4 or something, if that round were devoured, hadn't full diffused, that type of situation, if they would have just gave themselves another round or 2 to work with, they would have a lot better chance. But when you lose 13-2, it's just almost impossible to come back, especially against a good team like Blight.
All right, so let's take a quick break here. It's all tied up at 1 in this first set, first possible set of a best of 3. If Blight can come back and win this one, this next matchup, we could end up going into the second best of 3, or Team Dynamic can be your champions yet again. They've knocked out the defending champion 3D Max, but Team Dynamic wants to get back up on that throne and prove the point that they are the best team here in the ESEA Season 10 here for Counter-Strike Source. But stick around. We still got more Counter-Strike Source coming up, as well as Counter-Strike 1.6 is going on right now. So take a quick break for yourself, and you can watch the ESEA_Blue stream that's going on with Check 6 facing off against UMX right now. And we'll be right back here in just a moment. With more Counter-Strike Source with myself, Corey Dunn, alongside Rambo. We'll be right back here from Dallas, Texas.